entertainment industry. Welcome to Ford Field here in Detroit, Michigan. Jake Bates now ready to get this one started. And we're off and running from Ford Field. He fields it from the 8. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Hurts comes out throwing. And his game will begin with an incomplete pass. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
He's got Devontae Smith. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Finds the in route complete. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Working quickly here. Hurts throwing again. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, it's an interception! And the Lions force the turnover on the first series of this game. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Running it with David Montgomery. And he drives ahead for good yardage up to the 45. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line.
Running on 2nd with Montgomery. Open space inside the 40. And he's finally taken down at the 3. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
What an injection of momentum for the offense on that play. With the energy boost in a much shorter field, I predict it's not going to be long, Kate, till they finish this series off.
Gibbs is in for the Detroit touchdown. The Lions don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Now it's Jake Bates for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Lions will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. On the return, Britton Covey. And this drive will start inside the 25. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. So now it's 13-zip, Brock, and they've got to be even happier knowing that multiple phases of their game contributing to this lead early on.
Yeah, I'm going to guess the defense probably not going to keep up with the offensive scoring touchdown for touchdown, but you can't script a better start.
His first throw is an interception. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell. The 50. 30. And that is 2 points the other way as he takes the pick decision to go for two does result in a nice boost, Brock, but not for the team we were expecting, thanks to an alert play and a lengthy jog downfield from that defender.
Yeah, it took everybody. In order to do that and make that happen, it really was all 11 and then just a superhuman effort. You say jog, I say a sprint to glory.
He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Hurts back to the air after the pick. Throws off the rip, but it's incomplete.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Second down, Hurts throwing again. This one snagged by Dallas Goedert. And they crush him right near the marker. Looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Has a man, it's Brown. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
It's one thing to draw all these routes up when you're in the pocket. It's quite another when a play breaks down. Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket and scramble. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles lower the deficit to a single possession. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. So the back does the work that time, Brock, taking it in for the touchdown.
Yeah, a running back in space can be an awfully dangerous weapon on a football field. Whether that's a designed route to him, a check down, you see what can happen, what kind of damage the elite running backs in this league can do.
He's throwing for it. And they get the two-point conversion. Nice catch in the end zone there. They're back within a field goal now. Well, he just caught them the touchdown, Brock. Defense obviously aware of him as they line up for two. How did they lose him? How did they get it right back to him for the conversion?
Because he's that good. In moments like this, Kate, it's not even about the play, it's about the player. And when you got a player of this caliber, you find every way to get it to him. And just because he scored the touchdown doesn't mean you don't go right back to that well. I love it.
Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. I'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
And we will not get another play. That's going to do it for the first quarter. It's a 13-10 ball game. We're back to Ford Field right after this. Back and beginning the second quarter. Lions in possession. They have it on 2nd and short. Another one for Gibbs. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here.
And the Lions, first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
From the 48. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. Well, I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. A toss play, Montgomery. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in the Motor City. The Lions looking for a bigger lead before the break. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Handoff to Gibbs from the gun. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
On first down, they'll run with Montgomery. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. Offense up to the line fast.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Second and 8. Catch is made in close. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
Wow, certainly found the weak spot in the coverage with that catch. Really goes to show they trust every single player, receiver, running back, in that case, tight end, to be a playmaker in this offense.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. And in for the Detroit touchdown. So Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
So the Lions giving it another go, trying for 2 once more.
Will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Detroit calls timeout. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. So after thinking it over, they're lining up for 2. Shotgun snap here to Goff. And the 2-point pass falls incomplete. They tried to get aggressive, but it doesn't work. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Covey now to return this. This return makes it up to the 25. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Deep down the right sideline, it's his running back making the catch. Now we're gonna get an offensive timeout, that's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Only 1 play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. On first down, Hurts. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for an Eagles first down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First down throwing for Hurts. Forced out to his right. Throwing deep for the end zone. And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds.
That's a high degree of difficulty throw. Not a lot get tougher than that one. But now, fortunately, Kate, he aired it closer to the sideline, and it goes harmlessly out of bounds.
Hurts trying again on second down. Able to get it to Barkley. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up fourth. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. So the offense was right to be walking backwards. The flag does go against him. The task gets tougher as they set up on fourth down. On fourth down, Hurts has him on the quick hitter. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
Oh, I love fourth downs. It just brings out the very best. And you get to see how you handle the most pressure. And it turns out, well, they handled it pretty darn well. And now they'll keep pushing.
First and 10, here's Hurts. Along the sideline, Brown brings it in. And not quite a touchdown, but he's down to the 4 before going out.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. First down from the red zone. The back grabs it. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Return starts from the goal line. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Drive starts out with a first and 10. From the gun, Goff. This is complete to Gibbs. And that's good for a gain of 5. Brought down on the effort by Quinion Mitchell. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 27-yard line.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Here's 2nd and 5. He's on the move. He just throws this one away.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely throwing it away.
Some early movement on the left side there, but was he the first to go, or was he provoked? The flag makes this 3rd down and 10. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Laporta with the grab. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. They'll come up 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Throwing again, it's Goff. Wright reels it in. Running down the left side. There it is, touchdown Detroit! The Lions grow the lead coming out of halftime. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Two-point conversion.
Looking to throw, Goff. And he's got it. They get the conversion, and that's going to extend their lead. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Covey now to return this. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Hurts setting up to throw. Connection made with his running back down the middle. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Hurts now from the gun. This finds Smith. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Working quickly here. From the 44 here on 2nd down. Escapes the pocket. He'll get this one to Brown. And they make the stop. We're going to say at about the 37-yard line. Hurts throwing again. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Brian Branch has it. And the Lions get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
First down throw from Goff. Buys time, rolling right. He's on the move. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
They kick the running back in motion. From the 39. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there, where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Goff on third. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on fourth. Putting the tight end in motion. We're going to get a timeout here. Play clock was down to 4 seconds. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. On comes Jack Fox to handle the fourth down punt for the Lions. And he wasn't needed at all in the first half, partner. This is going to be his first punt. And this one did hit at the 8, but took a big bounce and finished its journey in the end zone for a touchback.
Eagles 10.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Goddard makes the catch. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Chased out to his right. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
I love the mobility here. Starts great, escapes pressure, get out of harm's way. You just wish if you're the offense here, you could have found a completion to keep in rhythm.
Barkley gets it on 3rd down. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. On 1st down, Hurts. A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
2nd down, Hurts throwing again. Taken in by Smith. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here. 1st down throwing for Hurts. He's got Smith. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Offense up to the line fast. 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. Has it at the 7. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles lined up here. They're trying for 2 once again. He's throwing for it. Bails out of the pocket quick. Stays upright. And he gets in for the 2. Successful conversion there, but it's still a 9-point deficit. Still a 2-possession game. Well, this one not quite over just yet. They've got 3 timeouts at their disposal, but really need to make the unexpected recovery here. And no luck, the Lions there to recover. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Timing's so important for a team to recover its own onside kick, but jumped the gun there before it went 10 yards, and that drew the flag. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. On the move, headed right. He's going to keep it this time. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or two short of the 25.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives a defense and a defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
This is Gibbs on 2nd down. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Clock working against him here as they hurry to that line. Running back sent in motion. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Detroit. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they could be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
Shotgun snap here to Goff. Putting the body on the line for his team. That is their 3rd conversion this game. They haven't been shy on the confidence to go for it or to back it up once it's snapped.
I love that word, confidence. And I love being in a huddle and you can feel it. When you're on offense that feels like you can't be stopped, you can't wait to say, ready, break. No matter what the situation or circumstance is, in 3 conversions, that's job well done.
Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. A throw left side, caught by Brown. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Oh, brother, it's another interception. That's Carlton Davis.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 40.